episode of your one-stop security program, Crime Watch. In the next half hour or thereabouts, we will be keeping you abreast of security stories that made headlines during the week. The program is Crime Watch. On our lineup this week, protest holds in Lagos, Rivers for and against the scrapping of federal SARS.
I saw one of my children because of the
Man sells children to raise money for burial.
Do my family pay me 120,000? I said no, maybe return the child.
And traffic law violators lose 10 vehicles to Lagos State government.
I will never do it. Go one way, yes.
Welcome to the program. I'm your host, Ivy Kano. We'll begin this week's edition in Taraba State. The Controller General of Customs in charge of Adamawa and Taraba State Command, Francis Adetoye, says his men have made some seizure from smugglers along Nigeria-Cameroon border in Taraba. He said the success was recorded following anti-smuggling and drugs patrol in collaboration with the sister agencies in that state. Correspondent Owolabi Adenusi's report is presented from our studio.
These are contraband items seized by men of the customs in Taraba and Adamawa states. The seized items are 50 huge-size elephant tusk, foreign rice, fairly used vehicles, substandard tires and other used textiles. The controller warned the public to desist from the selfish attitude of thinking that smuggling was the same as trading. He emphasized that the command has given special focus to seizure of rice with the aim of reinforcing federal government's commitment to encouraging local production of the commodity. He further explained that from January to November 2017, the command recorded 43 seizures with a total duty paid value of 120 million naira.
The only way to absorb the mass of unemployed people is to drive us back to agriculture. When people go to borrow money from bank, they are planting rice, and we continue to import rice. They dump it at cheap price. How will that one grow? Said the federal government has decided that rice should be encouraged to boost agriculture and local content. In the month of November alone, I got that instruction, the special order in November. Between the months, we were able to make 7 seizures of rice.
The controller thanked traditional leaders in the zone for joining the agency in the fight against smuggling. Adamawa Taraba State Command of the Customs has done tremendously well in cracking down on smugglers along the borders in its effort to generate more revenue to federal coffers.
We bring you this report, the protests that have taken place this week after the hashtag #EndSARS began. There is growing anger over alleged abuse of power by police officers attached to the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Many more Nigerians are now united in the campaign to end the impunity and brutality of the Special Police Squad. TVC News senior correspondent Femi Akonde reports on the anger ventilated at the protest against SARS.
Adebayo Abayomi joined the End SARS campaign, hoping to find closure after his mother was killed by the stray bullet from the rifle of a policeman attached to the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. He still seeks justice.
On that fateful night, I had to tweet at the police complaint online, tweeted at Governor, that's Lagos State Governor, tweeted at the Nigerian Police Force. As I'm talking to you till now, no single reply, respond, or even retweet from them. So I've been looking for this great opportunity to let my voice be heard. That's why I'm joining this house. For over 8 months, nothing has been done. They cannot revive my mom, that's very, very sure. But at least Nigerian police should admit they are the one that committed the crime and meet with the family and see how they can relieve the family. Because we
Adebayo's story resonates in the conversation of many Nigerians. An encounter with the Special Anti-Robbery Squad usually turns into an unpleasant ordeal. The squad is accused of extrajudicial killings, making indiscriminate arrests, extortions, and gross violation of human rights.
These people now do not understand their role anymore, and they have overstayed what they are doing, their relevance in this society, and that's why people are coming out today to say that let's end this unit of the police. Because when you have a SAS officer doing the work of an FRSC, you have a SAS officer doing the work of an NDLEA, you have a SAS officer doing the work of an EFCC officer. So in fact, I would not be surprised if by tomorrow these people start intervening in marital issues.
The police are majorly extorting the common people, just like the SAS are harassing and molesting the common people. So saying they would they have had some positive feats in the society, yes, but their negativity is higher, way higher than positive.
The Nigerian police is rated the worst in the world, according to the World Internal Security and Police Index. In 2016, Amnesty International accused the Special Police Squad of enriching themselves by torturing of detainees and demanding bribes in exchange for freedom. The international body has again called on the federal government to respond to allegations of the abuse of power from the SAS operatives and take necessary steps to ensure police officers do not violate human rights. Maybe this End SARS campaign may just be the catalyst to reform the police force and give justice to Adebayo Abayomi and other victims of police brutality.
And from Femi, some protesters at the National Stadium in Lagos want the Special Anti-Robbery Squad to be reformed rather than scrapped. In their numbers, the placard-carrying protesters gathered inside the stadium. The inscriptions on their placards stated some of their worries, like the rise in kidnapping, armed robbery, amongst others, if SARS is scrapped. For them, the call for the scrapping of Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad can only be supported by those who are into criminalities, so such call had to be ignored by right-thinking Nigerians.
It is only a criminal, and those who are doing wrong thing, they are the ones that be scared of SARS. But those people that have nothing to do with such kind of a thing that SARS have been accusing them of doing, they will not be scared of all these things. And SARS are doing something that in whereby the poor ones of this country, they can even get some rest of mind and do this. And those who are scared of SARS, I thought they have something in mind and they have something that they are doing it behind in whereby they don't want SARS to establish.
Who are going behind the armed robbers? Who are going behind the kidnappers? There was a terrorist kidnappers. He has been under arrest now for about good 7 years. That they've been looking for him in this country, and he has not moved out of this country. He has been existing, but with the help of Allah, then now SARS brought him out.
Some very few elites and youths came out on the pages of newspapers and television to say that SARS should be scrapped. But we, the Hausas, Igbos and Yorubas, are here to beg the government to allow SARS to continue.
But we don't want SARS to go, but let them work accordingly by the right. Everybody, by the law of the Federation.
Okay. Why are you holding
We are supporting SARS for the work that they do because they are really working and we support them 100%. We are enjoying their work. For example, if not for SARS, the cases of kidnapping would have been worse than as it is now. Even many other petty stealings have drastically reduced. And where there are complaints, the IG has promised to rectify.
The protesters said they will continue to drive home their point, which is the need to reform the present federal SARS instead of the End SARS campaign for the security of the larger society. Well, the situation was different in Rivers State as thousands of residents came out to reject the call for the disbandment of the Police Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS.
Voices of members of the Free Rivers organization who were out on the Port Harcourt-Aba Expressway to rally support for the Police Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS. The tactical unit has attracted public criticism for alleged high-handedness and outright disregard for human rights by some of its officers in the line of duty. But this group claims that those allegations are being sponsored by persons with ulterior motives. The crowd took their march to the Rivers State Police Command headquarters and were received by the Commissioner, Zaki Ahmed.
It is only criminals that are afraid of the police. The police is our friend. SARS is for armed robbers. It's only armed robbers and their sponsors who will be fighting against SARS and the police. We are not afraid of the police. The police is our friend. That is why we have come to thank you and to urge you to please do more. Increase the number of SARS men in Rivers State.
They know that the 2019 election will soon come. They know that they cannot win Rivers State on a very good day, free and fair election. Now they want the police to go. Now they want the security agencies to go. They want to invade Rivers State. They want to begin to kill again.
SARS as a body has been doing a good job.
Yes.
If we can review their performance from January to date, we have seen that more than 1,000 suspected armed robbers have been arrested.
That is why they are coming.
And out of these, about 500 of them have been prosecuted. They are facing charges in the court of law.
The group also presented a petition to the Rivers State Police Commissioner for onward transmission to the Inspector General of Police. The document is to serve as a reinforcement of their support for activities of SARS, while calling on police authorities to give the unit all necessary support to do even more in fighting crime and criminality.
Finally, to other stories in Lagos. Lagos State Task Force says it's not going to be business as usual for traffic law violators in the state. The agency stated this when its personnel stormed the Abeokuta Expressway in Lagos. It was a night operation that started from 6 p.m. through 9 p.m. at Dokpemu under the bridge. The agency says the choice of the time was due to investigation which revealed that most of the violators wait till evening before committing the offense. And just as they projected, motorists were seen driving against traffic at that time of the day. When apprehended, some vehicle owners tried to give excuses, which, according to the enforcement officers, weren't tenable.
I will never do it again. Please, I beg. Sorry. Where's the offense?
Spokesman of the agency, Adebayo Taufik, said the enforcement became necessary after the outcry that followed the killing of a 14-year-old boy by a vehicle driving against traffic in that area.
We're back on this anti-one-way operation. The word to the people is for everybody, every motorist in Lagos State to comply with the regulations of that Lagos Area traffic law. Because anybody caught, we have to face the law.
Take him on camera. Break my hand. You have refused to obey the law. Take him on camera. Break my hand. Today you are working with Lagos State government. Look at what they are doing.
A total of 37 arrests were made during the operation, and the suspects have been charged. Driving against traffic is contrary to Schedule 1, Item 27 of the Lagos State Road Traffic Laws of 2012. Well, after that enforcement exercise, those arrested had their day in court. It was a day full of regrets for some violators of the Lagos State Road Traffic Laws at the Lagos State Mobile Court, Oshodi, as 10 persons forfeited their vehicles to Lagos State. Seated in this court are those arrested by the Lagos State Task Force for driving against traffic in the Dopemu area of Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway. It was a 3-count charge of 1, driving dangerously and recklessly against other road users, contrary to Section 19 of the Lagos State Road Traffic Laws 2012. Some who had earlier pleaded not guilty changed their plea to guilty. The Chief Magistrate Amos Olajuwon of the Lagos State Mobile Court, after they all pleaded guilty, ruled that their vehicles be forfeited to the Lagos State government.
The court has decided to temper justice with mercy. Therefore, the defendant is to forfeit his vehicle Toyota PP with registration number AAA 503BT to the state government.
We asked this man why he decided to change his plea to guilty after his first appearance, when he pleaded not guilty.
I would have pleaded guilty that day, but when I entered the court premises, the lawyers came around and said that if I pleaded guilty, my car will be confiscated or forfeited to Lagos State government. And the grief or the feeling, I wasn't happy about it. That was why they said I should mention that I am not guilty.
The government, the operative of the agency, is not joking when it comes to enforcing the Lagos State Road Traffic Law of 2012 and that of the Lagos State Environmental Law. On the aspect of the Lagos State Road Traffic Law, particularly Schedule 1, Item 27, which specifically give punishment to people driving against upcoming vehicles. And the total punishment to that, in accordance with that law, is total forfeiture or an option of 1 year imprisonment.
11 others who pleaded not guilty had their cases adjourned to 13th and 14th of December 2017, respectively. I sincerely think it was a wise decision on the part of those that changed their plea. Losing a car is, a better decision to serving a 1-year jail term. And still in Lagos, Lagos Commissioner of Police Edgali Mohomi has held another press briefing. Among those paraded was a man who sold 2 children to raise money to bury his in-law.
On the 29th day of October 2017, at about 10:00 hours, a case of conspiracy and kidnapping was reported by one Olabisi Yanga, female, that on the 28th of October 2017, her son, one Gabriel Yanga, aged 7 years old, was missing, and all efforts to trace the child proved abortive. Based on the reports received, the command deployed a crack team of investigators to Owerri, Imo, and arrested one Kingsley Oriaku. This team of investigators, drawn from the SARS Department of the State Command, interrogated the suspect, Kingsley Oriaku, who confessed to have kidnapped the victim, named Gabriel Yanga, male, whom he took on a night commercial bus to Abia State, where he sold the child to an unknown orphanage prophetess. He sold the child to an unknown orphanage home prophetess at the cost of 120,000 naira only. The suspect further confessed that he had earlier on sold his own 2 biological children to the same prophetess at the cost of 190,000 naira only. Consequently, enquiries led my operatives to Rivers, Abia, Anambra states respectively, where 2 female suspects named Adaura Obi, female, Lovette Unwanamo, female, were arrested, and they admitted to have bought the child at the rate of 120,000 naira and sold him for 500,000 naira only. The child was later recovered at Ajali village, Orumba North local government area of Anambra State. Investigation into this case has been concluded. All suspects involved have been arrested and are now here with us in Lagos.
So I wanted to go to burial. The baby said that he's 7 years old. He said that he would follow me. I did not accept. Later I now cry and I now collected this woman. So now I now took him to go to burial. So before I went, I now called this woman, Mrs. Ador. So he said that I should bring the child. So when we reach, we do not negotiate the price. So I now tell him, say, are you sure that you are not going to take it? Person we're not going to kill it. He said no. Later the woman tell me, say, he will give me 120. I tell him, say no, make you return him. So I don't say the woman go sell him 400. I saw one of my children because of the burial of my wife is the only daughter we will have. So now we decided to do the burial before. I did not tell my wife. Then later, he now calls us from Umeka Junction at Ibe State to arrest me. So after, we will now go to SAS and settle the whole issue, then bear me before this incident. But everything happened in the same month. The child used to come to my place. I will not pray. So I want to go to the burial and said that he will follow me to go burial. I did not tell him, Mama. That is how we go. I did not take it maybe with the charm on everything. The woman finally paid me 120,000. I said, no, maybe return the child. He can't tell me, say, because he did not give me money that time. It reached more than one week. So I need to tell them that the person, they are calling me in the phone. Let her return the pikin. The woman tell me, say, the place where the pikin there, she the chop. So you know, used to refund the pikin back. I tell her, say no. Ask me, say, whether he's going to kill him that place. That's the thing. I tell her, say no. They're not going to use it for ritual, not only to put it in one woman.
I'm 38 years.
I'm not hearing you.
38 years.
Your name?
Adara Obi.
Adara
Obi, yes.
38 years?
Yes.
You're from where?
I'm from Imo State.
Imo State?
Yes.
Which part of Imo State now?
I'm from Olo.
Olo, Imo
yes,
State.
Omona.
Okay, where do you live?
I'm living in Port Harcourt.
You live in Port Harcourt?
Yes.
Can you tell us how you got to know this man?
I know him through one of my friends. She's a matron in the hospital. She called me that Kisili, that he's not with the wife. They have 2 abandoned children. Nobody's taking care of the kids. That I should help if I know any orphanage that can take care of the 2 kids. That's how I involve. So I call one of orphanage in Aba to come and take the care of the baby.
Madam, don't tell us that. You heard what he said. You heard what he said. He said he sold his own children, one of his children. Before to you. To you. What happened? I sold his children.
I say 2. I didn't say 1. I say 2.
He sold
First.
2 of his children to you. At
1.
what price?
Wait, the first one, he said that he has problem. Then the first one, he collected 190,000. Bam. Second one, he said I have another problem. Burial something. He collected another 120,000. That's all. That's how I involved.
What about this new one? This little boy.
Which little boy? No.
Is it the second
no,
one?
this is the second one. The Gabriel is the second
he
one.
collected 190,000. But he said
he did not collect any money for the second one.
He said what?
He said he didn't collect money for
No, I didn't hear you fine now.
No, that you gave him only 120.
I didn't hear you fine. I said this last one is 120. The first one is 190. Is what I said.
When he brings
what do you use the children for?
Orphanages. He's in the orphanage. They are in the orphanage. I asked him whether it's your kids. He said, before God am I, it's my children. That nobody is taking care of the children. That's why I called the orphanage.
So the orphanage.
Which orphanage? Call the name of the orphanage.
Why do you pay for them?
What is the name of the orphanage?
The name of orphanage is Queen Esther Modeles Orphanage Home in Aba, Abia State. I don't carry it off it, but it's the first road.
Who owns it?
Queen Esther.
This is the Queen Esther?
No, Queen Esther is not here.
Okay, where do you usually get the money that you used to pay him?
It's the orphanage woman that sent the money.
So the orphanage used to.
So you are just a go-between him and orphanage?
I just only contact the woman alone.
So orphanage is buying the children from you. They are the ones sending.
No, if you have problem, then you tell them your problem. When they take care of your child, they can give you something.
My own in this case is about Gabriel. I attend the ministry. So I was discussing with her how my sister has been feeling health-wise, how we can do to help her out because she is alone in the house. So lo and behold, she called me on that very day about this very.
You were the one that sold the child to?
Yes.
Okay.
To me, it wasn't a sort of buying. The boy, I took him to my sister because of her health condition. It wasn't that I was just buying, but for the fact, they said the man in question, whom I don't even know, needed money. We brought out 120 and gave to him.
My son is inside our compound. They are playing with my brother. And now going to inside. I just find my son. What of this boy? We just look for him everywhere. After we now call this boy, what of Gabriel? Say no, he didn't take any Gabriel. Please now, just they beg him for phone. Where is Gabriel that you took? He say no, he didn't take any Gabriel. We now call her again. Okay, please now. Now say you should send money to her. We send 4,000 to her. Say he wants to use come back for village. We send money to her. Since that day, we no see him. Just they call him for phone. He didn't show. So after we come arrest him girlfriend. His girlfriend call this place. They come arrest him for Imo State. After they come bring my son for me, they help me find my son.
How long have you been your tenant?
1 month and 2 weeks.
Remember, crime never benefits anybody. Rather, it derails the corporates and keeps the society from making progress. Let's do this again, same time, same station next week. Till then, do keep your comments coming to Crime Watch at tvcnews.tv. Stay out of trouble. My name is Ivy Kano.